What's up, y'all? There are certain situations where I just don't know the answer, and I'm not even going to pretend like I do. Um, for this story, I want y'all feedback. I want y'all discussion because honestly, I really don't know what way to go in this particular story. So, in South Carolina, it was a 10-year-old by the name of Renaya, right? She ended up dying in a school fight. Very tragic story. But I want to dig a little bit deeper into this. Now, for this specific case, there's not a lot of information that's available right now. Only thing that we know so far is that some type of altercation happened with another 10-year-old. And I don't know this 10-year-old, but another fifth grader. Some type of altercation happened, and young Renaya Wright was knocked unconscious. She was unconscious in the nurse's office when the EMTs came, and she ended up dying a few days later. We don't know the other student identity. We don't know. The only thing we know is that that student is suspended indefinitely. That's the only thing we know. Now, one thing that I think we can all agree on is that if you send your child to school, you should have the expectations that they can come back from school unharmed and safe. I think that's at the minimum, the bare minimum. I mean, for this to happen is unacceptable. But I don't know. I really don't know what we should do about this specific situation. I'm not a big fan of children being charged as adults. I really don't like that at all. Being that the kid that assaulted Renaya was so young. I mean, I don't know. Should that kid go to juvie? I don't even know if I'm for that. I really don't know what we should do in this situation. But one of the things I do know is that schools got to make a better effort to keep children safe. There's been a lot of discussion about school shootings, and I think that's positive. That's something that should be happening. But we don't have enough discussions about fights and kids getting jumped, kids feeling unsafe. I mean, I know there's been anti-bullying campaigns, but it doesn't seem to be working. So, what can we do differently? I talk about politics a lot, and a lot of times I have a lot of suggestions. In this particular case, I don't know. It's tough. It really is because I just going back to when I was in elementary school, when I was in high school, fights was just normal. I didn't think nothing of it. But anytime you fight, a situation like this can happen, especially with children. Because some children is more advanced than others, and even if they even in physical strength, when you fighting, one punch can do a tremendous amount of damage, depending where you hit. If somebody falls and hit their head, so outcomes like this can happen. So I don't know. I'm struggling with this, but schools. One thing I think can help is a lot of schools are understaffed. A lot of times there's not enough teachers. Sometimes there's too many children in one classroom. That would help as well if there's the proper amount of teachers in the classroom. That would definitely help. But we also need teachers, and not speaking specifically to this situation because we don't know the details, but I'm just talking about in general right now. We need teachers that can keep controls of classrooms. We need teachers that are not scared of children. We need teachers that really deeply care. And there are teachers out there like that, but we need more of them because some teachers I had when I was going through school wasn't the greatest, to say the least. And I'm just putting that nicely. So it starts there. We need teachers that care. We need principals and staffs and board of education that forward thinking about issues like this. Okay, how we going to make sure children are safe? You know, because I know there have been kids to drop out of school because they didn't want to deal with bullying, harassment. So I don't know. I'm struggling with this one right now. So y'all tell me. I want to have a discussion on this. What should be done? Help me out with this. But one thing I think too, for the rest of the kids in the classroom, I think they all all should be able to get psychiatric treatment and counseling if they need it, because this is a traumatic event. Hopefully, the school offered that up. You know, also for the kid that did the assault. Like I said, I'm not for prison. Um, I don't know about juvie for this case because he's so young. He or she is so young, but they definitely need to get psych treatment and counseling as well, like what led to the assault, and hopefully, as that child grows older, they can get through this. It's just a tragedy all around. So I really don't know what else we can do. Let me know. Peace.